Day 16 of how to avoid being an accidental racist, and today we're talking about CRT, critical race theory. And doesn't it teach you that being white is something to be ashamed of? So yesterday I spoke about shame in white-skinned people, and today I'm going to talk about how that shame is now being used as a weapon to destroy a very important theory. Number one, critical race theory is that, a theory, okay? It is an approach. So if I say I want to talk about what happened in the South with racism from a historical perspective, that's very different than from a financial perspective or a medical perspective or a health perspective. All of those are lenses with which we look at it. This is a theory that says, let's look at race, at the system of America through this through this lens of race, to see how racism has upended the country. So it recognizes, it starts out saying systemic racism is part of American society, and critical race theory challenges the beliefs that allow it to flourish. So when you look at incarceration rates in America, it's just not benign rates. You cannot conclude that black people are somehow doing more illegitimate things than white people if you use critical race theory lens. Also, critical race theory is only taught in law school, not in elementary school, not in high school. Law school, not even in college, law school. So it's a practice. It's an approach of grappling with history. Kimberly Crenshaw was the founding critical race theorist and law professor. She teaches at UCLA and Columbia University. It rejects the belief that what's in the past is in the past and doesn't have an impact on today. That's the thing with it. Now, that brings up intersectionality, because like me, I'm black and I'm a woman. Now, if I'm not gay, I'm straight, but if I were gay, that's another identity. If I were in a wheelchair and disabled, that's another identity. When you take two or more of these identities, it's intersectional, meaning you cannot just look at, if I were dealing with the issue of health disparities, you cannot just look at health disparities as a black person. You have to look at health disparities in my life as a black person and as a woman. That is the issue of intersectionality. So when we talk about the history of the South, for instance, and we've looked at that through different lenses, now we also want to look at it through race. We also want to look at it through gender. That intersectional piece just opens everything up. And we can see this in these statistics. Let me give you an example. In 2010, the median net worth for white families was $134,000. For a Hispanic family, it was $14,000. 134, 14. For a black family, it was $11,000. For a single white woman, it has been measured at $41,000 compared to the white family of 134, $41,000 for a white woman. For a Hispanic woman, $140. And for a black woman, $120. This is at raceforward.org. Check that out. Compassion. There's nothing wrong with having white skin. If you develop shame about having white skin, you will not be able to do this work. You have to learn to shed that shame. CRT does not say you should be ashamed of having white skin. What it does develop is empathy for those around you that don't have white skin, that may be impacted by a system that was built for people who have white skin. Leave a comment. Your action today is to develop your racial literacy. Educate yourself. Become self-aware. Self-reflect on what all of this means for you. Make it a priority. It will help you avoid missteps. Have an awesome day.